Hi, viewers. Warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining the live chat session. Three news stories for you. A little brief live chat today we have. I'll speak on these three topics and we'll keep it short. Let me welcome the participants. Then three main topics for you. Firstly, we have Dark Stars is asking about the corridor project in Addis Ababa that government is giving priority to infrastructure over health, security, etc. John Spencer here too. Lilo is asking about budget deficit. We have Oda says salam. John Spencer said there is a rainy day in Canada. Abdirahim Abdishakur Amhara Fano racist old mentality saying. Tamane Dugna joined too. How are you? Tamane says hi. Gulit joined too. He says hi. Sorry, this is Habtish. Thank you for updating us. Thank you, Habtish. How are you? Now, three main topics. Let's keep it short and brief. Uh, Firstly, Alamata, tensions there. Zemzem Bank joined to welcome Zemzem. Tensions in Alamata, what is happening now? What is Tigray doing? Any shooting there? People injured reportedly. Secondly, Shewa Fano made an announcement today. We'll talk about that. And thirdly, PM Abiy's special message to the Amir of Qatar. Who took this message? Not just Ahmad Shide. There was another man beside Ahmad Shide sent by PM Abiy to Qatar. Firstly, viewers, Alamata, where it seems that tensions are rising, real tensions there. Amhara people, after yesterday's protests, welcome Elijah. Elijah joined. Elijah has written two articles so far, and I would say that I learned from reading Elijah's articles in opinion section, and his articles are really learning for me. This opinion section, I don't know if people are learning from there or not. I'm talking about newsadis.com. Newsadis.com website, which I have launched, where people are writing in opinion section, viewers. And believe me, every coming article is more impressive than the previous ones. Elijah wrote about national dialogue, about the port issue. Both his articles show that he put in lots of hard work in his article writing. Others doing a good job as well. Almost on daily basis, I am publishing one article at least on news edits in opinion section. In other sections, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia sections, I'm publishing news about Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia. So do have a look at the opinion section in newsedis.com. Uh, so viewers, in Alamata, Amhara people think that they have a chance. They can stop Tigray fighters. They can expel Tigray fighters. After yesterday's protest, they're organizing more community organizational work ongoing in Alamata. Tigray has made big gains in the past 2 months in the form of expansion of administration in the area. It has sent its fighters here. It does not want to lose its ground, and reportedly more Tigray fighters are entering Alamata city. That's what I'm saying. Situation is alarming in Alamata. There could be direct collision. Local Amharas are mainly unarmed. Tigray fighters armed, but local Amharas more in number. Tigray fighters are not in thousands. There are hundreds, you can say. Local people are in thousands, maybe in tens of thousands, though some left, some fled southern zone towards Sikota, towards Kobo, but still thousands are there in this dispute territory. Today there was a shooting incident. I think 3 people were injured. So alarming uh, developments in Alamata city. ENDF, will it be like a spectator or will it intervene? Can it intervene? Can it stop this collision, or does it want a collision between between TDF and Amhara people? The Tigray fighters last night received some reinforcements. More TDF members entered Alamata. Uh, and reportedly, a protest is also being planned by Tigray people in the vicinity of Alamata. So, coming 48 hours are very crucial. Let's hope things are sorted out in an amicable and peaceful manner in Alamata city. Two more topics. I'll keep the lecture short today, viewers. Second topic is about Shewa Fano. Shewa Fano released a statement today. Abiy Mulako spoke, the spokesperson, Milato. And he said that Shewa Fano has ENDF, prisoners of war. Welcome, Kira. Member join. Kira is a member. Warm welcome to you, Kira. And he said, the Shewa Fano spokesperson, that Fano is ready to give access to human rights organizations, international organizations like Red Cross, UN, to these POWs. And that POWs can only be handed over to third parties. Shewa Fano is ready to hand over these POWs. It means Shewa Fano has hundreds of ENDF, prisoners of war. Further, whenever ENDF people are detained, they are taken prisoner by these armed groups. ENDF does not make any efforts for the release. They just forgotten. So the armed groups sometimes release them, sometimes they make demands for the prisoner exchange. And since these armed groups have to change their location very frequently, so they cannot just keep these hundreds of prisoners with them, so they have to release them. But ENDF does not make any genuine efforts for the release of its people. We saw that in Tigray, during Tigray War too. Tigray itself released ENDF members. Tigray was unable to feed, unable to provide shelter to thousands of ENDF members. It had to release them. Same is happening here to Amhara groups. They just cannot afford to give shelter, give housing, give food, give clothing to these ENDF soldiers. They have to release them. That is what ENDF is waiting for, by the way. Shewa Fano said it is ready to release them, but through third parties. Lastly, viewers, PM Abiy sent a special message to Amir of Qatar today. Who took this message? Ahmed Shideh, the finance minister, and the second man was Ridwan Hussein, Ethiopian intelligence agency chief. A detailed video on that. I try to analyze this special message. Two main points I want to repeat. First is that economic assistance, Ethiopia hoping to receive a few billion US dollars from Middle Eastern countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar. Secondly, Ridwan's participation indicates Oromtica joined a member to welcome Oromtica. Special welcome to you. Secondly, Ridwan's participation in this delegation to send message, to deliver message to Amir of Qatar is indicative of the fact that issues are not just economic, geopolitical and regional issues too. And one of the main issues is the likely implementation of Ethiopia-Somaliland MOU, which could be implemented in coming weeks or months. Turkey could be an obstacle. Turkey is a defense partner of Somalia. In February, Somalia signed defense deal with Turkey. So Turkey could be drawn in to support Somalia. Turkey, Qatar on very good terms. That is why I think that Ethiopia wants to stop Turkey. Ethiopia sent a delegation to Turkey too a few weeks ago, led by former president of Ethiopia and foreign minister of Ethiopia. And now Turkey wants to involve Qatar to stop Turkey from intervening in support of Somalia. These are two main points, I think. A special message in the form of a letter delivered by Ahmed Shideh to Amir of Qatar. Abiy following in the footsteps of Isas Afwerki. That is how Isas Afwerki delivers, sends special messages in the form of letters through his people like Adam, like Usman, uh, uh, like Foreign Minister Adam Usman, and not Adam Usman, I forgot his name, Eritrean Foreign Minister, Usman Saleh, and Ivana Gabriel. What was the need for this special message from Abiy to Qatar? Obviously, it means it's a very high priority message. When Isas wants to communicate something which is big with a regional leader, with some foreign leader, he sends such special messages, letters to other countries. Abiy maybe likes Isas's style. I think this is the first time I have seen Abiy deliver this type of message in the form of a letter uh, through his ministers to foreign leader, if I'm not wrong. I am Dani. I did not see Abiy send such special message to a leader in recent months. Oromticha says, Mr. Sajid, I'm a broker to negotiate between the concerned and journalists for shut up money. Please cooperate with me. Who do you want to shut up, by the way? Yemane says, Yemane Siom, all the people who protested in Alamata they came from other Amhara zones. No, no. There could be some outsiders too, but mainly protests was from Alamata. Residents were from Alamata. Yes, Cole, I agree. Crossing the bridge by TDF was to create a foothold for future plans. I agree. That's what I said, that they wanted to consolidate their position, to consolidate offensive, defensive positions. And I think they would be sending small units from there. You'll see big developments in coming days. That's part of the plan. They don't want to be seen as launching a big attack towards Miss Abraham. Black Lion join. Lilo says, what is your comparison or view of Getachew saying there is no battle for me to lead? I don't know the context. Which battle? Military battle or some other battle? Political battle? Dark Star says, does the federal government have proper control outside Addis Ababa? Because it does not. The federal government is in control through regional governments, through military. Federal government's main power is military. Amhara government was about to collapse. Who saved the government? ENDF. The federal government's main power is Ethiopian National Defense Force, its intelligence agency, its air force, its militias, its regional police, etc. DWCO says, any updates on Ethiopia, Somaliland, MOU? No update, but Musi Abdi 48 hours ago spoke at the parliament and he said that MOU was going to be implemented soon. It was being drafted, going to be put at the parliament too. So all set, it seems. We're just a few weeks away from this agreement, it seems. It seems. Janitor says, Sajid, do you think that TDF would pass Takazé River without firing a single bullet? They did cross Takazé without firing a single bullet because there were no one to stop them. I mean, people were not there to stop them on Takazé. But I think if they try to cross Takazé towards Volkayet from Shire, they might have to face resistance there. Lar joined who says, hello, how are you, Lar? Lar. He says, when do you think will Fano be involved in Raya? Maybe I don't have insiders information, but I think Fano will not be involved in Raya. It will be involved in Western Zone, and that too only Gondar Fano. Fano does not want to be largely involved in these conflicts in Raya and Volkat. Why? Because it is focused on Addis Ababa. It's focused on Bahildar. It believes that these new developments in Raya Volkayet are a way of diverting Fano. So one Fano should not be diverted. They won't intervene in Raya. Had they wanted to intervene in Raya, by now they would have intervened. No intervention so far. They won't intervene in Raya. In Volkayet, we could see intervention, I think. John Spencer, what does Eritrea think of TPLF mobilizing as so close to their border, or any are they always there? I don't think there are any major developments on Tigray Eritrea border. Obviously, Tigray cannot open all these fronts at the same time. Front opened in Raya, in Salamti. So, do you expect TPLF to mobilize fighters towards Eritrea to Eritrean border? No. Thank you, Lilo. Escol says, Sajid, why Somaliland when they have a historical claim to Assab and would most likely face less international pressure? No, I don't agree. If they move towards Assad, they'll face more international pressure. Assad is part of an internationally recognized country, Eritrea. Historical claim does not have any international backing. Somaliland is more acceptable, by the way, because several countries won't recognize Somalia as a country. UK showing some flexibility, other countries too. No one will stand behind Ethiopia if it starts mobilizing toward Assad. In the case of Somaliland, it might receive some international support, I think. Some. Thank you. David Tessaf says, Hi Sajid, long life for you and your family. Thank you, David. All prayers for you. Mitiko says, but Sajid, the Tigray leaders are saying they're not in war, on war. Yeah, they don't want to be involved in a war. At the same time, they want territories. That is leading to not war, but tension, leading to some small scale escalation of armed hostilities. No war so far. Maybe ENDF assured TDF that there won't be any war. Gradually, things will settle down and TDF will be able to take control of both Raya and Volkayt completely. In Adit, what does UK have to do with Somaliland? By the way, I am from Somaliland. I think Somaliland was under UK in the past, if I'm not wrong. It was a protectorate of the UK, I think. Maybe they want to set the record straight. They believe they made a mistake. Very important question. Started as a circumstance. If TDF controls Western Zone, will TPLF allow TDF disarm after that? Yeah, definitely. Why would Abiy let TPLF remain armed after giving both Raya and Volkai to TPLF? The Raya fighters will have to be disarmed. Abiy won't take the risk of keeping hundreds of thousands of TDF members armed after the TDF uh, takes control of both zones. Thank you, Jabir, for confirming. Only reason for Abiy to keep TPLF armed, Tigray Defense Force armed, would be about Fano and Eritrea. I mean, if Abiy believes that Eritrea should be attacked, maybe he would like Tigray to remain armed. Or if he believes that Tigray can play a role in crushing Fano, only then he won't disarm Fano. Otherwise, Tigray. Otherwise, he would like to completely disarm Tigray fighters, I think. Kira, I'm not sure about Volkite, honestly. Uh, it seems that federal government have given assurance, has given assurance to TPLF that TPLF will be back in control of both Volkite and Raya. That is why Veredes spoke. He announced timeline. Assurance is there, but how sincere is this assurance? This is the question. Mengi says, Sajid, if you think Abiy army has gotten stronger now, then why does it still need to rely on ethnic militias to put pressure on others instead of its own military might alone? Seems weak. Well, civil wars, internal wars are always very complicated matters. Here, if people start supporting armed groups, even strong militaries become weak, they crumble. Situation in Amhara is that Fano groups are from Amhara region, people supporting them. So it's not a question of strength or weakness. It's the nature of this conflict which is putting ENDF in a difficult position. Because Fano groups are fighting on their home ground, people supporting them, they know the terrain very well. So that and they can, I mean, today they can fight against ENDF and tomorrow they can mix with people. No one knows where Fano fighters are based. I mean, they might be just eating, drinking, having meals, sleeping with people, with their families at night, and maybe in the day they are Fano fighters. So the nature of this conflict in Amhara is that military will face problems, which it is facing. It will be tested. Militaries are not trained to fight civil wars. Mainly, they are trained to fight external wars. They always suffer when they fight against their own people. Then they have their emotions too. They're killing their own people. They're being killed by their own people. Civil wars are more stressful, I believe, than other wars. What was the outcome of Aldhir? Aldhir was a disaster for military. LAR, talking about Somalia, Aldhir, Gulmudug, Al Shabaab stormed the bases there. They killed soldiers there. Yes, military managed to hold on to the camps. Al Shabaab had to retreat, but they inflicted heavy losses on military. This is not the first time that Al Shabaab carried out attacks in Aldhir. They can enter wherever they want to enter, in any town, any city. Even in Mogadishu, they can carry out attacks. Hey Lou, Arifane joined. How are you, Hello? It's 27 minutes have passed. I think we should end the live chat session. I want to keep it short still. It's around half an hour long now. Thank you for joining the live chat. Always good to be with you. Do suggest topics too if you think that we should cover more topics, different topics in live chats. Do suggest that. You can contact me anytime through my Gmail, sajid67200. Again, I would say do give a read to the articles in opinion section of my of news edis. You will learn a lot, I believe, and do give your input as well in comments, and you can write an article to send it to me through my Gmail, sajid67200, and I can publish the articles. No article from any Irratian so far. Too committed to write articles. None from any Irratian so far. I'm waiting for Irratian point of view on news ads. Some people raised questions about the name of the website. Don't be involved in petty issues. You know about my intentions. You know the content there. Nothing is in support of one party. Anyone can write. So let's keep the name aside. You know my intention was not to support anyone, any group. So keep the name aside. Write whoever you are, from wherever you are, whatever your uh, uh, tilt is, wherever your tilt is. I promise I'll publish your content without changing a word. Thank you for watching this live chat session. Stay blessed. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye bye.